Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ground Zero, good afternoon, USA. Good evening, Europe. Good night, Asia. It's a privilege to come to you again today for a brief announcement that we need to bring to you, especially for those of you on Ground Zero, FARCO in particular. Again, thank you for joining. I will take a few minutes to get you to populate the platform before I come to you with the announcement. This is going to be a short broadcast, a very, very short broadcast. So please go ahead on Facebook. If you are watching on Facebook, go ahead and hit your share button. Let's get a few people together so I can bring the announcement. For those on Ground Zero, please make a phone call to somebody. Let them know I am live, especially if they are watching from FARCO. This announcement directly has to do with FARCO in particular. So please go ahead and you hit your share button and let me see who is joining. All right. So again, thank you one more time. Thank you for joining. Once more, good evening to all of you on Ground Zero. It is always a privilege for me coming to you to address you on matters concerning this revolution. And I have come today to do just that. Please, as you join, go ahead and you hit your share button. Let's populate the screen. This is going to be a short broadcast. It won't take long. So go ahead, hit your share button. Let's get others to join, especially if you are watching on YouTube. Hit the share button, get others to join. Let me see my comrades who are joining this broadcast. I see Judita Zhang. Thank you, Judita, for joining. Say hello, our humble secretary. As usual, as you join, let me know what is in your mind, please. Let me know what you are thinking about, especially the revolution and your interim government. Of course, we have the Berlin ASSC 2019 coming up in 9 days. And I want to believe that every one of us, every Ambazonian is ready, prepared, especially those of you out there in Western and Central Europe. You cannot afford to miss this one-of-a-kind conference. So, Amber Powerhouse, I see you, sir. Prince Peace, I see you. Ambudala Wisely, I see you. Ananga Fomiam, thank you. Paul Euro, I see you. Ngwanyi Gideon, yes sir. Mini, I see you too. Simon in the form, Divine to me. Fosong, Wilma, I see all of you. Please go ahead, hit your share button as soon as you join. Hit your share button so that I can come to you with this announcement. Again, this is going to be a very brief broadcast. I came live today just for this announcement. I had promised coming to you with a very, very special interview with all the leaders who gathered in Washington, D.C. at the weekend. Because they are still working on the final resolutions and the memorandum of understanding from that conference. They have asked me to give them a little more time before we can do the press conference. So please, I love all of you to be patient. I believe they will honor their word and that interview will take place. So I am giving them a little more time to work through their resolutions and the memorandum of understanding that they crafted. Once they are done, they will notify me, and we will do that as soon as they do so. So again, hit your share button as you join. This is a very important announcement I bring to you, especially if you are in FACO or from FACO. This is very important. But before we get there, I'd like to welcome all of you, and I'd like to say a special good evening to Ground Zero. And thank you for standing in there for this revolution. If not for your resilience and for your courage, I don't think we would be here today. Thank you very much, because we know you feel the pain, you feel the suffering. Those of you in the bushes, those of you in refugee camps, we want to ask you, this isn't going to be any more longer than expected. We believe we are going through, we are getting towards, let me put it this way, we are at the beginning of the end. We are at the beginning of the end. And we cannot give up when we are at the beginning of the end. And so you just have to put on more resilience and courage to stay in there. Nothing good comes that easily. And so it is my encouragement to you, all of you on Ground Zero. We are winning this war. Mr. Bier and French Cameroon, they have no options. They have in fact run out of options. They are out of options. And so, it couldn't be better for us, I can assure you that. All right. Fidelis, please again hit your share button. This is going to be a short broadcast. Hit your share button. Let's populate Facebook before I bring you the broadcast. I know Ground Zero will be patient with you as you wait. Now I see Fidelis Atia. I see Cham Lambi Wamesai, Dora Manjong. I see you. Amba Powerhouse, I mentioned you before. Mume Ndanga Napoleon, he's always here. This is a very familiar name. Thank you, sir, for being there all the time. Langua Holando, thank you for tuning in. Asong Festus, I see you, sir. I see you, sir. I see you. And I see Elvis Ndengi, Mbiachet Festus, Sikot Jupsen. Yes, sir. Thank you for joining. I see Davi S. Daniel Tansok, Rachel Manye. Thank you for joining. Emma Fort Emma, I see you too, ma'am. Mambo Pena, I see you. I'd like to know again what is in your mind, what you are thinking about the revolution, about your interim government. Let me know what is in your mind, please. Ambazonian Stephen, say, watching Secretary Chris, see you in Berlin. Absolutely, sir. I want to see every patriotic, every Ambazonian hero out there in Europe, in Berlin. We can't miss it. I see Kenzo Marcelo. I see you. Claude Ingang. I see you. Theophilus Kum is always one of those who is here every time. Thank you. Ochiba Achundo, he call himself the United Nations, UN. Good to see you, sir. Prince Peace, Simon Indifon, Ngonshi Swila. So the IG is on the right track. Thank you. Thank you. Mendako Mofa, good to see you. FRs, Secretary Chris, we are not happy with the sign MOU. Oh, is that? Say, we are not happy with the sign MOU. I guess you are talking about the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding I referred to, coming from the Washington, D.C. conference. Don't be worried. I have gotten promises. I actually spoke with Comrade Bo Herbert this morning. He wrote to me lengthily, explaining certain things are going to be revised, and they are actually working on it. We have to believe him, and let's hope that they find time to do that, so that when they come, in fact, when they come here, I will give you guys opportunity to ask questions directly to them. We will open the phone line so they can take questions directly from you. But let us give them time while they work on that MOU and possibly maybe the resolutions too. So let's trust them to do that. All right. Please hit your share button. Let's do this quickly. The numbers are rising at my pace. I love it. As you join, go ahead and you hit this and you hit your share button, please. This is an important announcement, especially for the people of FACO. I see, I cannot pronounce this name, CDPCE Cameroon. I can't wait, I miss what you put in there. I see Liz Yaya, okay, from Germany. I know you. Ingo Johnson, say, good evening, my brother, English-speaking Cameroon. We need to stop Paul Biya in English-speaking Cameroon. God bless. Bye for now. All right, we're not always stopping Paul Biya. If Paul Biya dies and we are still part of French Cameroon, that doesn't make me happy. What gets me happy is when we are called Ambazonia, the nation, the country of Ambazonia. Clement Nkamanyi, thank you. He said, talk about my trip to Boya. Clement is one of those who never paid a dime. He's an empty noise maker, a detractor and a distractor sitting here online to foment trouble. Clement, you can do better. All right, Florentine Fortabong, I see you. Archer Collins, he said, we stand strong together still, till freedom comes. Yes, sir. Nelson Abilando, I see you. Andres Anderson, good day, my honorable. Thank you, sir. Ako Philip Ashu, I always see you here too. Thank you for being so faithful. Thank you. Let me know if you are watching ABC on Ground Zero, please. If you are watching on ABC on Ground Zero, let me know. Not on Facebook, but on your television set. Let me know, please. All right. I see also Funky One Lag. Says Secretary Chris, those are just distractors. Thank you. You are right, sir. I see Sonny Ingang. Hi from Amberland, ground zero. You didn't indicate what town or city, Sonny, but thanks for joining. Tembo Richard, I see you from Asia. Ekuko Nkrumah, Tio Boya, he says. I see also Rihanna Princess, something like that. Valentine Tandu, I see you. Tembu Richard, he said, we are almost there. You are very correct, sir. You are very correct. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, do Ground Zero a favor. This is a very important announcement, and I wish that as many of us, especially on the social media, get the information so you can then pass it down to those who cannot afford or have it on TV on Ground Zero. So please, you go ahead as you join, hit that share button. Let's get as many people as possible before I come to you with this short announcement. Again, it is going to be brief. This is not one of those lengthy presentations that I do. This is going to be brief because it is a mere announcement. Thank you. Again, as you join, hit that share button. Let me know. Let me also know as you join what is in your mind. Wenga Ingosong. Wenga watching from North Carolina. You are, I miss the other part of your message. Thank you. Ambe Jude, I see you. Rachel Maya, mention you. Indifo, John, I see you. Oren Yan John. Edith Atem King, I see you. I say soon and very soon it shall be over. We all are looking forward to that great reunion day in Boya. Really, really, really soon. Thank you. I see 1B Bello. IG should put more energy in getting the other leaders. Sorry, the rest of the message rolled across the screen. I couldn't finish it. Go ahead there. In the rush, it says there are many of these detractors. Thank you. Pa Asa, I see you. Cliff Aware, I see you too. God Disciple Emmanuel, watching from Tunisia. Come on, are you serious? You're watching on Facebook, I guess, because I know ABC is not in Tunisia. The only places where you cannot receive ABC are the 4 Arab nations north of Africa. That includes Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, and Egypt. These are the only 4 countries where you cannot receive ABC on satellite. But apart from this, all of Africa, so if you are in Mali, if you are in Somalia, if you are in Rwanda, you are in South Africa, and you can afford the dish, you'll be able to receive ABC live. And let me also state that ABC is not what you watch here every time I come on live, or maybe Kukuda Blains come on live, or some of these other hosts or producers come on live. After what you see here, when we get out of these Facebook broadcasts, for those of you watching on Facebook, ABC is running 24/7 on Ground Zero. There is continuous programming on ABC on Ground Zero. And having said that, let me make a special appeal to you today, every fan and every Ambazonian listening and watching at me. We at ABC have decided that every month we shall take a week to do fundraising for ABC, so that the bills of ABC can be taken care of. That exercise will begin at the end of this week. So at the end of this week, possibly Friday or Saturday, some of us shall come live just to make appeals to you to support ABC. We have to do that until the bees are cleared. We have made plans for ABC to be self-sustaining, but we still have arrears of bills that have to be cleared before we can launch into that plan. And so I really want to appeal to you to be generous. We need ABC. If you understand the importance of television, you will realize it from what Camto did. Camto, the moment he began protesting, contesting the results of the French Cameroon elections, the first thing he did was to set up a television station. That was the first thing he did. Now, what does that mean? That tells you the power of information and, of course, education. The power of information and education through television is huge. Some people have made the argument that we may just have to rely. Why do we have to pay for TV? We should just probably just rely on Facebook. That is not possible. You cannot rely on any social media platform to reach out to the kind of people you want to be able to listen to you. Let me tell you something you don't know. Look at Facebook and Twitter. How many of you know there is a huge difference between the audience that you find on Facebook and that which you find on Twitter? When you want to reach out to people, personalities, institutions that matter, you don't find them on Facebook. You will find them, obviously, on Twitter. That's the difference between those two networks. Facebook is like for every Tom and Dick, but Twitter is almost for like an exclusive club of personalities and institutions that really, really matter. That is why you would go on Facebook and search for President Donald Trump. I don't think you will find him on Facebook. Did you ever see Trump tweeting on Facebook? Go on Twitter, you will see him tweeting on Twitter. Every leader who has the capability the ability to use social media is on Twitter, except those old folks who don't want to leave power and who don't have any idea of technology. But even so, even Paul Biya has somebody writing for him, representing him on Twitter. Don't think that those things you read on Twitter from Paul Biya are written by him. Absolutely not. That man has no idea of this modern technology. So, that tells you the importance of the media and what type of media. I am reliably informed that every the most important, especially the Europeans and the American and Canadian missions in La Republique, they watch ABC. They have ABC in their missions. They are listening to what we are saying. They are listening to our messages. And ladies and gentlemen, our messages are resonating with these diplomatic missions in La Republique du Cameroon. That is how we can explain why, of a sudden, the tables are turning in our favor in every diplomatic mission in La Republique du Cameroon and across the world. La Republique is spending billions of CFA francs every month to lobby the international community. But they have not succeeded as much as we have with our lips and with the little resources that at the disposal of this interim government. And again, that is the power of the media. So once more, I want to appeal to you. Once every month, ABC shall be coming to you with an appeal, with a fundraiser, a live fundraiser, so we are able to offset the bills of the television and be able to maintain it and continue to do what we do. So I want to trust on your support. I want to trust on your ability to chip in something so that we can take care of the television. Before I go forward again, this is very important. I come to you with a very important announcement, and I will be coming to it soon. It's a brief announcement. But before I get there, I want to bring to your attention. There are two posts. There are two posts. I want to make a disclaimer now. This is a disclaimer that I'm bringing to you. There are two posts circulating on the social media, supposedly from yours truly, Chris Anu. The one titled, "My Motion." Yes, that is absolutely my write-up. I wrote that. But that write-up was not intended, was not meant for public consumption. You can see that that post was addressed in-house to cabinet. But apparently somebody sneaked it out. I wrote it. I will not address that because I think that issue is being taken care of. As I spoke to you from the beginning of this, I mentioned that I spoke with Comrade Bo Herbert this morning, and he assured me that they are working on that MOU, and I'm very pleased that something is being done. So yes, that first that post titled "My Motion" was written by me, but it wasn't meant for public consumption. It was meant for in-house, and it was leaked out by somebody. Now, there is a second post which I just happened to see a few minutes before coming on live. And it was actually forwarded to me by the one and only precious Kemi Ashu, who forwarded it to me and wanted to know if I wrote that article. And the article is titled, Alert, Alert, Alert. Fellow Ambazonians, I salute our fellow countrymen and women all over the various counties that make up our territory. I wish to respond by writing to a comment from one of our comrades concerning the upcoming Limbe cultural festival. Now, you know I will never refer to that place as Limbe, right? You find a post out there supposedly written by me, referring to Victoria as Limbe. That should tell you I did not write it. For we do not recognize it as Limbe. It is Victoria. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you see this article titled Alert, 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 I did not. My name is under that article to indicate that it is coming from your communication secretary. No, I did not. I did not write it. Thank God for Kemi Ashu, who forwarded it to me before I came live to talk about it. Again, this is a fake article with my name imposed on it. I did not write that. I did not write that post. So please ignore it. Ignore that post. I don't even know what the post is about, but I guess it is asking people to ignore the lockdown for Victoria beginning on the 6th. And that takes me to that announcement, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very important. You are all aware that we are living at perilous times in all of our territory, from the Mongol all the way to Ndonga Mantum in Kambe. There is no rest, there is no peace anywhere in our territory. Lots of our people, hundreds of thousands of our people are living in the bushes. And many others have no homes. Many others have lost their wives, their husbands, their children, their businesses, and their jobs. Well, think about teachers. Teachers, for example, teachers have not, particularly private institution teachers, who have not been able to earn a salary for close to 3 years. And you have also people who are sitting in the hospitals. People who are sitting in the hospitals and without limbs, some without legs. You have homes that have been burnt down. Schools have been burnt down. We learned only yesterday, how the colonial invading French Cameroon military was out there in Motengene, bursting into people's homes and arresting, picking up people into detention for nothing. We have seen similar incidents up in Kumbo. We have seen it happen in the Baptist hospital, as we saw the images coming from Baptist hospital. I think is it in Do or something like that. We see these things taking place, the killings taking place by French Cameroon soldiers on a daily basis all over our territory. Let me tell you, let me relate another story to this so that I can give you a good picture of what I'm trying to put to you. You must have heard of the attacks on the Red Dragons 2 days or 3 days ago, in which almost all of them were wiped out. Only the grace of God saved them. They would have been wiped out in a twinkle of a second. This is what happened. One of them, whom I will be revealing the name one of these days, betrayed them, sold the Red Dragons, collected money, and the plan was for him to organize a party in the camp. he told the colleagues in the camp that somebody from America had sent him 400,000 CFA for him to organize a party for missing death in the battle they had in Algiers previously. And so according to him, somebody from the US had sent him money to celebrate with others in the camp, 400,000. And so he went to the camp. They bought drinks, they bought pigs to kill, to slaughter for the event, for the party. And I learned that when the field marshal got wind that a party was being planned in the camp, he said to his boys, we cannot be organizing a party in the camp when we just lost our brothers only a few days ago, that there shall be no partying in the camp. And so this guy who had organized the party got upset. And of course he got upset because he knew perhaps the plan is foiled. He left the camp. When he left the camp, the morning that party was supposed to hold, that was the morning that French Cameroon thugs, soldiers, showed up in the camp. Now, we have now found out that in the phone of this young man has been found a map that he gave to the French Cameroon Army to lead them exactly to the camp of the Red Dragons. So that map has been discovered in his phone. And so, the French Cameroon soldiers showed up in the Red Dragons camp, bypassing all security checks and cutting through the bushes and cutting off all security checks to get directly into the camp. Now you imagine if the field marshal had said, okay, let's celebrate, God save our lives or the lives of our soldiers the other day. Let's do a little celebration in the camp. The plan was when they do the celebration, they will all get drunk and fall asleep. And the French Cameroon military will just come and spray them with bullets and finish with them all. That would have happened. It almost happened had the field marshal not stopped a party in the camp. But this is where I am leading to, ladies and gentlemen. How can we allow any form of festivity, celebration in any of our cities, particularly Victoria, when our people are in pain? How can we allow that to happen? Victoria has proven to be one of the cities in our territory that has refused to collaborate with those towns and with lockdowns. And now it appears they want to add pain to injuries by organizing this first, what they call it, Limbe Festag, as they call it. Ladies and gentlemen, there are mothers, there are parents, there are children who are in pain in all of Ambazonia. And for a city to decide to go out to conduct some celebrations for a full week is reckless and very, very insensitive. We have made this appeal for the past 1 month that Limbe, the so-called government delegate, and the mayor of Limbe, the entire administration of Limbe, that they should cancel that festivity. We know they have been doing it for the past how many years, I don't know. So it has become a routine that we don't have a problem. But within this period of war, of people being killed, slaughtered, genocide in our territory, the people that run that city of Victoria ought to be sensitive enough to understand that there are people who are mourning and they cannot go about carrying on any form of celebration not in Ambazonia. We have won in the past 1 month for them to suspend that celebration, and apparently they didn't take it from us. Now what they are trying to achieve by this festival is to send a message to the international community, to friends of la République du Cameroon, that everything is okay. It is only a few secessionists, a few terrorists who are raining havoc on the population. That we will not allow it to happen. We have asked the city of Victoria to suspend their festival for this year, and so far it appears they are not ready to stop it. Since they are not ready to stop it, the interim government will help them stop it for them. We want everybody in the city of Limbe to know we are putting a ban on that celebration called Festa. If you live anywhere from Meme to Fako and you plan on being in Victoria between the 6th, I think, it's a 7-day event, and you plan on going to Victoria for this celebration, you will do so at your own risk. Do not take your life there and remain there. This is the warning I came to pass on to you today. And for those who are sponsoring this event, the businesses, the communities sponsoring this event, we put you on notice. We will talk to you after that event. The timing is over. But we want every Ambazonian, especially in Meme and Fako, to know Festag, Victoria Festag, or no, they call it Limbe Festag, is banned. And we have taken measures. This interim government has taken measures to make sure nothing, no form of manifestation, celebrations take place on that community field in Victoria. We are therefore declaring a total lockdown of Fako as a whole. Now, Meme is not locked down. Get it right, please. Meme is not locked down. Only Fako, everywhere in Fako is locked down. Beginning April the 4th through April the 13th. Again, the lockdown starts April the 4th, 2 days, I guess, from today, through April the 14th. We want everybody in Fako, please, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, take this very, very, very seriously. Load food, stock water, stock drinks in your home. I'm sorry, this announcement is coming at a very short notice, but we have been contemplating upon this. We did not want the entire Fako to be involved in this, but we have been looking at the logistics and thinking it has to be the whole of Fako, else we will not succeed in what we are trying to do. So please, do not say or do not think that we are insensitive to your plight. We absolutely are. We feel your pain. We understand your frustrations. We know what you go through. We know that you have to go to the market to make a little money for you who are traders. But please, these are the kind of sacrifices that we will be called upon once in a while to pay for this revolution, for this struggle. So we are appealing to you, if you live anywhere in Tiko, Mutengene, Muya, Boya, Victoria, Moyoka, Ekona, all these places, please stock food in your home. There shall be no transportation between Kumba and Moyoka or Boya. The roads shall be locked down. There shall be no transportation from La République du Cameroon and neighboring Douala to Tiko or Victoria. It will not exist. All these major transportation routes are locked down beginning day 4th. Again, day 4th of April, 2 days from today. And again, the lockdown is going to last till April the 13th. To April the 13th. I hope we all get this announcement. I hope it makes sense to you. Let us make sure that this event, this injunction, turns out to be what we want it to be. Please spread the news, spread the information. And to our restoration forces, we encourage you, please, your security is number one. Your security in every adventure should come first. We are advising you, do your best out there. Do what you know how to do best. But making sure your life is safe. We must do this again and again and again until we make it to Boya. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the announcement I thought to bring to you. Again, please spread the news. Spread the news. I will waste a few minutes more to see if anybody has a question that you know others may benefit. If you have a question about this lockdown, please let me know. And again, I want to emphasize about that alert message that is out there, purportedly coming from yours truly. No, I did not put out that message. My name is inserted in it as the author. I did not put out that alert. Ignore it. See it. Take it for the work of detractors. All right. So let me see if anybody has a question. Put it on your screen, and I will try to see I can. If anything needs clarification, I will see I can do that. Please put it on your screen. All right. I see a question coming from J.B. Webster. Why lock the whole FACO in not only Victoria? That's a good question, Webster. It's the answer would be a classified answer. We thought the way or reasoned the way you just did. But unfortunately, I cannot put that answer to you out here in the public. But you got a good question there. Thank you. All right, Miriam Peterson, thank you for reminding me. What about the Berlin Boya conference? Okay, you're very right. The Berlin conference comes up in 9 days, exactly 9 days from today. It is starting on April the 11th. April the 11th. The 11th is arrival only. Arrival in Berlin only. Then the conference proper starts on Friday the 12th through Sunday. Sunday will be departures. So it starts, the conference proper starts on Friday the 12th and continues to Sunday the 14th, and that would include departures too. So that is the plan. And again, we want to see every Ambazonian in Western Central Europe to be in Berlin. I think this is the first opportunity for every Ambazonian in Europe to be in a conference, like in the conclave, the fall conclave in Nigeria, like at the AACC in Washington, D.C. last year, where Europeans, Ambazonians have opportunity to come and sit on the table and deliberate and contribute their ideas to this revolution. So please, do not have the conference take place and you come back and say, oh, I wish I was there. You have to be there. It is taking place at the weekend. Take time off your jobs, especially on Friday. Friday is the plenary session and the fundraiser at night on that same Friday. So please take time off your job right now. If you live in Europe and the system is as we have here in the US, there is no way you're going to go to your job and take time off that same day. So you got to do it now to be there on Friday night. So please, you want to be there, take time off your job now to be in Berlin on Friday for the plenary session where we expect to see every Ambazonian out there. All right, that's all I can tell you today. I see another question from Epe Franklin. How will lockdown of 7 days begin on the 4th and ends on the 13th? That's 10 days, if I may say, Mr. Chris, where I'm giving you the date that I have. So it may not be 7 days, but for sure it starts on the 4th. Okay? I'm sorry, it starts on the 4th. All right. It starts on the 4th. Lockdown starts on the 4th to the 13th. Those are the dates. So when will the lockdown start place? Again, this is Edward Asso. Again, on the 4th place, starts on the 4th. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I hope you got the message. Ground Zero, please. Fako County, please. Spread the news. This is a serious matter. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, good night.